Hey, good evening, everyone. Kimberly Alexander here. Facebook Live a little later into the evening, normally a little bit later than I normally show up live. But, I was doing a lot of thinking today about entrepreneurs and really what it takes, all the grit, all the blood, sweat, and tears, and even more tears, and really good wins and lots of mistakes and lots of learning. And I was thinking about my clients. I've been thinking about people I'm quote unquote dating. And I've been in front of a lot of people in the last 60 days especially. And one thing that I have found is that there's a lot of similarities with, especially that the clients and pre-clients that I am getting in front of, peers, collaborative partners, a lot of struggling out there. And if you're an entrepreneur, are you struggling a little bit with something? Okay, if you are, please keep and stay tuned through this broadcast. So first thing, I want you to really stop and think for a moment and think, is this worth fighting for? Is what I am doing worth it all? And, there is sacrifice in being an entrepreneur. There is things that we give up. Other people with paychecks are taking trips and winning trips and going all over the world and buying clothes and buying cars and all that stuff. My friends, it's stuff. And you know what? When you do the right work and when you make a difference in people's lives, that stuff will come, okay? I guarantee it will. But first and foremost is I need to light a fire inside you tonight because it's not just about getting an LLC, getting a website, putting some stuff out on social media and poof, you have this business. It takes a lot of really learning what your brand is all about, learning who your audience is and how they need you to show up and how they need to be served. And it's all about the end result that you make. Please write that down if you're at home or at your desk or definitely not driving, but everything in this business of coaching, speaking, training, serving, even if you've got product, okay, it's what end result do you bring? And if you can't define that in 3 or 4 words, we need to have a little chat, okay? But what I want you to go back to, and that's all about how to build out a brand, but it really starts with you and the fire inside of you, is it worth fighting for? Do you have the expertise, the knowledge, the passion, the drive to fight the good fight in order to make a difference in people's lives? Is all of this worth it? And if you have to make some years of sacrifice to do the good build out and do the right work first, is it worth it to you? And, 5 years ago, I almost walked away from my business because honestly, it scared the crap out of me. I was at my wit's end. I was at the end of the road and I almost gave it up. And one thing that broke my heart, honestly, very melodramatic, but fell to my knees one day in utter anguish of the thought of giving it up and knowing that I could help entrepreneurs in the world. And knowing that I had this knowledge to help people grow businesses so they too can change lives. The thought of me not getting that out virtually broke my heart. And so I was at this fork in the road. Have you ever been there of going, why am I doing this? Why am I struggling? Why am I called to do this? You know what your purpose is, but you just don't know how to get it out there. Are you feeling me here? Do you know what I mean? I know you all do. And so first and foremost, is it worth fighting for? I want line in the sand. I want you to own it. Is it worth it? Secondly is what end result do you bring? Can you monetize that in 3 to 4 words, 6 at the most, of how do you change lives? How do you bring results? What end results do you bring? You have to know that like this. Okay, you have to know it fast and you have to speak from your heart, your passion-filled heart on the end results that you bring. And last is, are you able to make a difference? So is it worth fighting for? Do you know what results you bring? And are you able to make a difference? If it's yes, yes, and yes, then I want you to really sit back and take a breath on really owning line in the sand fork in the road time that you're going to do this thing. Without question, without any doubt, you are put on this earth to move mountains in other people's lives based on your expertise and your knowledge and your experience. And what I find with entrepreneurs is they can be masters of their craft, but they don't know how to monetize it, how to get it in the world, how to show people how to find you, get you, and need you. There's a science and there's an art to doing all of this. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. And what I find the most successful ones really come out almost mad with that grit, going, you know what, this isn't going to get me because I've got to change lives. So are you willing to fight the good fight? Are you willing to do the hard work? And man, it can be hard work, but gosh, is it so worth it? And are you willing to make a difference? Are you willing to walk through fire to succeed for people you haven't even met yet, but you know that you can make a difference? If you are service-based, again, if you're product-based, if you're building out a brand, if you're a national independent, if you have a national or a regional brand name that you are using, maybe you're a franchisee or a licensee, it doesn't matter. My friends, all of this applies. And let me tell you, 5 years ago, I almost gave it up. And once again, fell to my knees, brokenhearted at the thought of not moving forward because I knew I could help people. So do you have the guts and do you have the grit? And really, this is just an evening of really putting that line in the sand and really believing that you not only can want more, but you can be more. And really the greats out there, you being one of them out there. Oh, hi Barb, how are you? You've got what it takes to really get out there and change the face and change the world and the lives of many. So if you have that line in the sand and you're like, I just need the formula, I just need to know how to actually go out there and do this thing, I invite you to a very special event that I am hosting. It's this week. There is only about 10 seats left, and it's called the Grow Grid Intensive. And it was virtually built from my heart and soul. I am incredibly proud of the incredible training team that I have around branding, marketing, communication, how to protect your business, and how to financially support it in order to grow it. It's everything that I've experienced in the last 5 years on how to build hundreds and thousands of dollars in my business and to change thousands of lives. So I'm passing on my formulas because I know the hurt that entrepreneurs feel, and I want to take that hurt away, arm you with the right how-tos, how to build out right. Don't just build out something, put on a price tag, and put it out in the world. That's irresponsible. It's your responsibility to show up right, to serve your audience well, so you too can change their lives. So I invite you, if you are interested, just take a look. It's KimberlyAlexanderInc.com/GG, as in Grow Grid. It's this Thursday and Friday. If you know that you need the formulas, I'm giving you the 7-figure formula, and this is not lip service. This is a 60-page book. This is 16 hours of training on really how to take your purpose, your passion, your drive, your grit, your ability of being so irritated that you can't just get yourself to the next step. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So you too, again, can go out there and change the world. KimberlyAlexanderInc.com/GG. If you just need the formula, come see me Thursday and Friday. If you have appointments, move them, because you need to be here. And if you have any questions for me on how to get over this hump and how to really start moving forward in your business, I'm here to serve. Please comment below if you have any questions for me. I'm here to help and to support you so you too can change lives. So thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful evening, and I hope to see you at the Grow Grid Intensive this Thursday. Take care now and have a wonderful night, and go change lives. Bye-bye.